Locked on sight with a target, and I got you in the crosshair like Scarlet. Move like a boss, let it rain on a poncho. Tell them let's ride, then we slide in the Bronco. This what we doing, yeah, you know where the mood at. Sames come marching, they ain't gotta ask who that. Move back, tell them let's move back. You ain't Stella, you just gotta get your groove back. Don is the nicest, trails with the violence. March the
Listen, it's just me right now. It's just me, Oos. It's always have been, but it's all right. I ain't got the main event with me today. I ain't got the special counsel with me today. I don't even have the Caribbean today. But what I do have is an Oos, and not just any Oos, the greatest Oos I've ever met and the sweetest person in the world. And that is Madam Oos herself from ATD, Miss Wrestle Faith. What's uppers?
What's going on?
Talofa, madam, it's been a minute. You know how it is.
Yeah. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you. John will be a little late. You got to do dead body duties. Don't ask him what that means because it is what it is. And always, of course, we got the admin in the back lurking, as always, being a Stara that she is. So shout out to Nessa. Everybody wish her some well wishes so she be back on camera causing chaos instead of being behind the scenes causing chaos, because it's better to see it coming than not know at all.
Love me some Nessa.
Don't everybody.
Everybody.
Don't everybody. Speaking of everybody, where's Parnell at? Anyway,
all right.
But yeah, Faith, how's everything? How's everything in the wrestling? How you feeling this week in wrestling?
From my background, that should tell you.
That is true, because the Uso Penitentiary is back open, but it's open with a little twist. So it looks open, but now I think we're going to figure out later on who is the real warden of the penitentiary.
I got some thoughts about that, but I'm going to just tell you, I was completely fangirling. I lost all of my faculties, okay? All of them.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's not the first time you lost your faculties, so to speak. I mean, you know. What's going on, Zach? But yeah, first let's go. Let's rewind a little bit to Friday, and what we found out Friday was John Cena's final appearance on SmackDown. They kind of just threw that on us out of nowhere. The day of, it's like, so this is what we doing. He had a match with the Canadian Karen himself, Sami Zayn, for the United States Championship, which comes full circle because when Sami Zayn made his main roster debut, it was against John Cena for the United States Championship. And this match actually banged.
Yeah, it was good. It was a really good match.
Shout out to JoJo in the building. You will see her on Wednesdays real soon, so trust me on that. She is S4UWrestling, and we always take care of our own. Shout out to the Fat Four, because we are the four-headed demons of chaos. But, you know, you're she. But anywho, the match banged, Faith, until a certain other Canadian pulled up by the name of Brock Lesnar and pretty much destroyed Sami Zayn and John Cena. What'd you think about that? Because they moved Brock Lesnar's date a week extra for this.
So the fact that this was John Cena's very last SmackDown, it felt like you said, it was just thrown to us. I felt like if that was his very last SmackDown, shouldn't it had been grander?
Yeah.
Shouldn't it have more meat instead of just potatoes? And I'm not knocking any of the other matches that happened that night or anything like that, but it should have been about John Cena. I am not a huge John Cena fan. I never really have been, but I can't take away what this man has done for the industry, right? And the time and the work he's put in. You would think someone of his stature would deserve something better than, and like I said, the match was a banger. I loved it. I was into it. Sammy the Snitch. Okay. That's what we call him over in ATD. On the island, he the snitch. But I just felt like we missed an opportunity to really honor John. Like, here comes Brock. He takes out, and wait a minute. First, before he touched anybody, that pole ref. And I
grab that man by the ankles.
Poor Dan Angler. I mean, he has had to take it from Roman. Now he's taking it from Brock. But I kind of feel like, are we going to see? Because I'm sure Sammy is not going to like that at all. Is he going to try to call out Brock? Or is he going to be smart and leave it alone? But listen, I feel like there could have been more for Cena at the end of that. So
yeah. If I'm Sammy, don't do it, because Brock's coming back this Friday by himself. If I'm Sammy, don't do it. Actually, you know what? In honor of John handling his business today, I actually do kind of want to see a dead body on Friday.
It would be Sammy then.
Yeah, I want to see a dead body on Friday before we go live to probably see another dead body in Mexico.
Well, yes. Yes.
Hey, Lena. She said Brock doesn't play. F5 delivery threat issue. John's got a date with Chaos at WrestlePalooza. Oh, we showing up? Actually, yeah. Main event John Watson will be on hand for WrestlePalooza. That's true. You know, he does got a date with Chaos because, you know, the Fab Four will be in the building for that day, including Miss ATD herself, maybe. Or would that be just for Friday? For
Friday.
For Friday Worlds Collide Part 2, which that one we will be live on Friday for simultaneously with Sports for You. So you're gonna do a lot of surf switching on that day. But yeah. Go ahead.
Why did they do that? Just somebody tell me.
Hey man, we gotta do business. We all gotta work. So he'll pop in towards probably the main event once the show ends. So you'll get all of us, including Faith. So that's a dangerous combination as it is, because it's just gonna be me, Los Tejanas / Chaos Collective. So I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna have some energy drinks on hand, because I already know it's gonna be it's gonna be a long night full of chaos. Yeah. But I ain't scared though, because mama didn't raise no scaredy cat. But yeah, Brock, Sammy, just don't do it, because part of me wants you to do it, because they're carrying you. You don't let stuff slide, so I know you're gonna do something stupid. So part of me wants to see it, but morally, stay away from Brock, because the older this man gets, the more jacked he is, and it's like this man does not age horribly. It's like he gets more ruthless by the day. But another ruthless incident that happened on SmackDown was Damian Priest and Aleister Black. That match was pretty good. It was a fight. It was a big time fight.
Match.
Yeah,
that
is true. It took a couple of minutes for it to be a match, but in the end, Aleister Black was victorious over. And this one, Damian Priest has been actually selling a whole lot more, because I know he gets a lot of slack from Vanessa and Angel from the Humber Roses about how the man doesn't sell, but lately
he's been doing it.
He's been selling, and he's been selling well. So I know this match probably isn't going to be over, but what did you think of how it went?
I think it went well. I think that to get the match actually start. Because at first I was like, oh, I guess the main event is going to be grand because it seems like we're not getting this match. But then they moved into the ring and it was just a really good match. However, I would like to see a longer match time for them because I think their chemistry together in the ring, I think, is really good. They play off each other very, very well. And I want to see actually more than one match with them. I mean, I know we have seen them interact, but I would love to see 3 or 4 matches with Damian and Alistair. I think they would be bangers.
I think so too. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing another series with those two. You know, because we getting a lot of Rusev and Sheamus. I don't mind on Fridays we get some Damian and Alistair because those guys are, one knows karate, the other one knows Muay Thai. So to see them just go at it like that, it was I had to check my cup of my teeth to make sure they were still intact because man, that black mask is no joke. I mean, he'll catch a 4-footer and a 7-footer with that kick alone.
But that's what I mean. Because of their individual backgrounds, the chemistry is it's self-written. Like, if anybody didn't like this match, I don't know what you were watching. If you don't like this feud, I don't know. Could not. It is something that I think if they play it right and book it right, it could turn into one of those rivalries that you talk about years later. They just mesh together. To me, Damian and Alistair could build a classic, timeless rivalry, kind of like Brock and Roman did. Kind of like I'm a dare to even go as far as to say like Hulk and Macho Man. You know, those great rivals that you really want to talk about. But it has to be booked the right way and not overdone to the point where we're just like, okay, another week. Here comes Damian and Alistair. So,
yeah, it has some segments, you know,
good
do
promos.
this, do that, good promos. And because Damian, he's good on the promo, and Alistair, well, the man he cuts masterpiece after masterpiece on when he's on the mic, especially those promo videos. It kind of reminds me of Karrion Kross. Oh, how I miss Karrion Kross.
No.
And side note, it was, I don't know if you remember, Faith, back then, it was talked about that him, Karrion Kross, and the Righteous was supposed to be like kind of like a spinoff of the Wyatts, but on Raw. And obviously they never went through with the plan, and unfortunately Bray Wyatt passed away. So I'm hearing rumors that the Righteous actually have been picked up by WWE.
I heard that.
What do you think about that? Ain't that kind of like a kick in the ass considering that they let Cross just walked out the door not too long ago?
Look, I don't know why we act like WWE ain't some of the pettiest mofos on the planet. They petty with other promotions. They petty towards talent that, I mean, we've seen it time and time again. So I'm not surprised that they would do something like this. Obviously, and again, we know they fumbled many great talented people and just underused many, and still are underusing a lot of talented people. But it doesn't shock me that they made the move that they did. I'm not shocked at all. Obviously, they didn't see the value in Cross, which is a shame because the man was selling merch like nobody's business.
Here's the thing though, because I don't think there's one thing to not see potential and they just let it go out the door. To me, I think they knew Cross's potential. He wasn't on the list of people they wanted to push.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it's like, yeah, we know you want him, but we're not going to give him to you because you're telling us. So they already probably planned on not re-signing him to begin with. So, and I knew it was going to happen. Like, they're going to give him a program on his way out. They gave him Sami Zayn. Beautiful program they had together. Sold a whole lot of shirts. Top merch seller at one point.
Yep.
They was dangling the Karrion from us like we really thought we was getting Karrion Kross. They even had to pay off at SummerSlam, and nope, still walked.
And so I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you feel what? What you feeling, Faye? What you feeling?
I feel like they owe me something. I feel
like Genuine?
Yeah.
Show that. Best song.
You owe me
anyway.
something. Like, come on. Like, how you just gonna end that whole program with Sammy and Kross the way you did? It's kind of like I felt with Andrade and Mella. Like, you owe me. You owe me. You didn't left me hanging. It's almost like you go on a date and you have a really good time. It's amazing. And then he just drops you off and just rolls off. Don't say nothing. Don't open the car door for you. Just rolls off. You left there like, what the hell is going on? I thought we were having a great time. I just feel like they owe us something there.
Yeah. And I wasn't surprised that Sammy won. And then when he told him that we're done, I'm like, yep, Kross is walking because ain't no way he's gonna bounce back from this. And I'm like, this man is world champion material as a monster heel. Absolutely. Can do promos, can do vignettes, can do it all. He let that walk out the door. A part of me is like, please let the righteous come in, and then we see Kross somehow. Yeah. But because I'm anxious to see how they are going to do, because obviously I don't think they're gonna put them with the Wyatt Six because there's a whole lot of them over there anyway. So it's like
they gotta go to Raw.
How are they gonna come in? Are they gonna still do the same with the thumbs with the snap? Because that was getting catchy. I was at some point I was just doing this the entire time they came out. But
I think that WWE, we love seeing someone when they're on the indies, especially when they start getting that momentum. And then I feel like WWE will bring them in and kind of strip them of some of that liveliness and some of that momentum that we loved to fit their brand.
Yeah. It was like, and they just pretty much told us like, oh, y'all thought they're gonna still be great?
Boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face.
Right. That's exactly what they say. But I'm hoping that they at least let it remain. And I think that they're needed more on Raw than SmackDown. That's just my opinion.
I agree. Because I'd love to see them cause chaos and havoc the same way they always do on that brand, and somehow, some way, maybe there's a crossroads down the line and ain't no telling what's gonna happen because the way WWE is switching up with these shows, they're loading up these PLEs and they're loading up the prices, so they gotta make it worth our while to pay all this money. But speaking worth our while, we all tuned in to SmackDown for one reason, and one reason only. So Becky Lynch pulls up in an SUV, all presidential, heads to the ring, ran down every Chicago team except for the Bears.
She wasn't about to.
She's like the White Sox suck, the Bulls suck, the Cubs suck. I'm just sitting there. I'm sitting there looking at the TV like, and
he wasn't about to say it.
And she didn't go there. Seth Rollins is standing right up there. I'm like, yep. He made sure that, hey, listen, run down Chicago all you want. Do not fuck with my Bears.
That man barely hanging on the football as he is. Don't mess with his Bears.
Seriously. And I was like, all right, Becky, you slick. You are the man. You smart. So, CM Punk actually comes out, and I'm like, all right, we're going to get this. So they go back and forth, which I'm not going to lie. Usually, Becky is kind of intolerable when she's on the mic because usually when she speaks, all I hear is make a work. Party till I die with my chin up high. Fuck 'em up, fuck 'em back. Shout out to Marty, by the way. That's all I hear when she usually talks. But her interactions with CM Punk has brought out the best promos she's ever cut in her career. So she's going in on Punk, and then what does she do? Actually, no. She damn near did this. To an extent, because obviously she's not strong enough to knock him to the ground. But, slaps him a few times, proceeds to give him another motorboat on Friday night.
I ain't even gonna talk about that.
Come on, come on. It's Wednesday night. We gotta talk about the motorboat because she motorboat that man not once but twice in 1 week.
She was getting that head in there, boy.
She like, I bet Seth is like, I should never do that to me. Imagine she did something for the first time that he never saw.
No, she too busy grabbing on that long back of his, but that never mind. Yeah.
Here. But yeah, so and then he ducked out. He was like, you know what? Shame on you, because I'm not gonna put my hands on a lady. Mm-hmm. But I know someone that will. Cause at first he was like, I can have my sister come in this ring and beat your ass.
And she was ready. And
she showed was. She was like, say the word, Phil. Say the word. I may fall over the guardrail, but say the word, Phil. I'll do it.
Shout out to CM Punk's sister.
Oh man, yeah. Shout out to Mrs. Punk sister right there. In-law. Then he's made his little circle around the ring. It was like, but I do got someone that will. And sure enough, this pretty little angel 10 years later. And mind you, not only has it been 10 years, but on the 15th year anniversary of her debut, pulls up, biggest pop in the world, huge. Comes out to the skip, which is like, I haven't seen that skip in so long, and she still had it. Came out ripped, shredded, jacked, in shape, ready to fight on a drop of a dime. And then skips to the ring, looked at Punk, said, how you do? Skipped all the way around the ring. And it's like, I missed that lady. Gets in and is like, sits there on the apron. I'm like, ooh, Becky's freaking out because she can't believe what she's seeing and proceed to get her ass whooped.
First off, when she sat on the second rope in the ring, I was back in the 2010.
Mm-hmm.
I was back like it's AJ freaking Lee.
Like, still looks the same.
Still the same. Still same mannerisms. Body to the gods. Okay, body to the gods. Becky. She says,
yeah, exactly, Kev. Them abs. She had abs before, but she came back shredding cheese.
For real. And I'm gonna say it again. I fangirled. I cried. I did.
A lot of people did.
A lot of emotion. I wasn't feeling good that day anyway, but that made me feel better. It's AJ Lee, and I see a lot of people, and it's probably newer fans that really didn't know her back then, they don't understand why a majority of us are losing our damn minds over her. They think, oh, it's just because it's Punk's wife who used to wrestle. No.
That woman. I said it the other day. That woman is the GOAT of the Divas era.
Yes.
You can throw Paige in there if you want, because those two and that rivalry they had was the Divas division. Those two made the Divas championship actually relevant and take it serious, because they wasn't into the bras and panties. They wasn't into the cover girl look. They was into the smash mouth, knuckle up to the face.
Yep.
And shout out to AJ Lee, because what she did next, fast forward to Monday Night Raw, is she made sure that people who didn't know who AJ Lee was knew who she was afterwards, because she cut a promo one-on-one that people in NXT and the PC are learning how to do. She told a story, who she is, what she was doing, why she left, what she was doing while she was gone, and why she's back.
Yeah.
And so,
I love the therapy chant.
Only her can have the word therapy trending for all the right reasons worldwide, because that woman is a beacon of light for a whole lot of people back in the day who were going through stuff. And I said on Monday, if you never read her book, Crazy is My Superpower, read it. It's still a classic. It's still good. I read it when it came out. Actually, I listened to it on Audible when it came out. Her stories can relate to everybody, and you will understand why people love AJ Lee. Not because she's CM Punk's wife, but that's AJ Lee. And the fact that CM Punk looking like a proud husband,
he was crying, he was holding back tears. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, I love them. I love them.
He was a proud husband, and I'm not mad at him.
Not at all.
And there's something I didn't pick up. I didn't know it until Monday. She literally stole that woman's Intercontinental Championship. So when she pulled up skipping with the title, I'm like, oh yeah, she did steal that thing. So she was like, yeah, I see if it's CM Punk versus Damian Priest or versus Cody Rhodes or John Cena. But then it was Becky. Motorboating my husband.
Yes.
Right. You know what? Not my problem. That's what I'm gonna say. Not my problem. Crazy. She's the only person. This is why I got the title of this show, because one is, if you know, you know. If you're from the 90s or if you listen to 90s music, you know what those three words stood for. But also, she made crazy be sexy, and she made it cool.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you, Cheryl. I'll tell you why I love AJ, and you kind of already hit on all the points, but AJ made it, as you said, cool to be a little off, but more importantly, to own who you are truly, to be whoever you want to be. You want to be emo, you want to be goth, you want to be rock, you want to be punk, you want to be hip hop, you want to be crazy, you want to be unhinged, then do it. And don't worry about what everybody else, like you said, she didn't fit that total diva kind of style, but at the same time, she was and still is the total diva. And that's why I love her. She made for girls, and even I'm gonna dare even say some women who were struggling to identify who they were. The way that she talked and presented herself, You just when she was on the screen, you was like, "Yep, I'm crazy too. Love bites. I'm a spider. I'll lock you up. Getting that Black Widow too.
And
yeah,
fantastic wrestler.
Oh,
Also, that's the crazy part. And when she dropped her own pipe bomb that one night, when the entire Divas division was in that ring, she was like,
good.
she went in on all of them, and she said, "None of y'all can lace my Chuck Taylors." I was like,
yes,
damn. I mean, she ran down the Bella, she ran down Alicia. Everybody couldn't lace her Chuck Taylors. And I'm like, they couldn't.
The stuff she said to the Bellas, I was like, God.
She was like, talent isn't sexually transmitted. I was like, ooh. Hey, you know that hurt Bella because she had to look like, bitch. I was like,
I'm sorry. When she said that, I said, y'all both just died. They both died in the ring that day.
Yeah,
they just did. Died.
And I agree with Kev. Like I said earlier, Paige versus Lee, that storyline itself. AJ Lee's is the champ. Paige makes her debut. Goats her into a match. Paige wins. AJ disappears, comes back, goats Paige into a match. She wins the title. So it's like, though that rivalry goes unnoticed and doesn't get talked about enough.
No, that's another one of those, like I was saying earlier, with rivalries. That is another pair of superstars whose chemistry together in the ring matches so well that it could be a timeless rivalry. And I hope that if Paige does come back, we do get that. But there's another rivalry with her, with AJ, and another superstar that I hope we revisit and build on.
And which one is that?
Her and Naomi.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, because both of them been in the game. They came into the game 15 years ago. And it's like, and she said Big Jim is sleeping outside. She was like, if she comes back and I'm off, I'm gonna raise all type of hell. I'm like, see, you see what I was saying, Faith? Wrong timing.
I get it, it's the wrong time, but you know what? It's something they've been waiting and trying.
Yeah, yep.
And I do agree, wrong time, because oh my God, when I think about
they're the last two of the Divas era.
The last two. Well,
currently active.
Natty. You gotta add Natty.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. She was on. You gotta add Natty.
Yeah.
Although, can I say this with all love and respect? I don't want to see Natty no more. I need to see the low-key legend.
Listen,
I need her.
I don't know what WWE is doing, but they was playing on my heartstrings on Tuesday. We don't get into that in a bit, but they was playing on my heartstrings on Tuesday because she was dressing a little different Tuesday night. She was dressed like a legend. But back to AJ, and it's like her coming back with Naomi there would have been so awesome.
So awesome.
But there's one rivalry that hasn't started that I'm looking forward to it starting now that AJ's back in WWE. And it's kind of like a mother-daughter rivalry. And before we tap into that, The Undertaker has just arrived in the studio, and by Undertaker, I mean the main event one himself, and that is Mr. John. What's going on, brother?
Well, let me clarify something. I haven't went yet. I'm still waiting on the call, so if I could be gone any minute now. But I was
like Superman, just like zip.
Pretty much. That's the funeral business. But I've been listening to our conversation about Miss Mendez, and it's been very, very captivating.
Yeah, your thoughts on Ms. Mendez before I get to my point about the rivalry I want to see.
It was a moment that I think you just had to be here. It's like when Punk came back. If you weren't there, you don't feel that emotion. I heard the emotion in Faye's voice just talking about it. Mm-hmm. I was one of those. Look, I believe it was going to happen, but I was like, I just have to see it because I'm like, I don't want to feel like Charlie Brown with the football. We gonna keep getting this close, and then they pulled the football from in Chicago. Let's make this happen, and they made it happen. And when I saw I was with Faith, I was like, golly, dude, she's like ripped. I mean, what the heck? I know she was helping Punk train for heels also, so I know that probably played a part in her wherever she was to where she was contributing to WoW as well. So she's in amazing shape, and then she didn't like she lost a beat. I think they played it perfectly. They didn't let her speak until Monday. Let her get her lick back, literally and figuratively. If you saw what happened, and it worked out perfectly, and I was just like totally just happy for him. And the look on Punk's face that said everything for me because he looked like he was at peace. He like a dude who's fine, like this. I saw this calmness. That smile wasn't just like, man, that's my wife. This calmness was like, we're finally doing this together.
Mm-hmm. He kind of like a proud dad too, but I'm not gonna disrespect him like that, even though he's old enough to be her dad. But he kind of like a proud dad too.
Yeah, it was just a moment that I don't think you had to be there, and I'm glad she's back, and she's gonna pay it forward a lot for this entire generation because there's no Liv Morgan, there's no Roxanne Perez.
Come on.
There's no,
Cora Jade.
Ira Valkyria says she was inspired. We all know Bailey was inspired by her.
Which is weird. That's another one too.
We all know Bailey was inspired by her. It's just she's gonna pay it forward and go out the way she's supposed to. And then we can finally celebrate her in the Hall of Fame like she's well deserving of. It was just, like I said, he was proud of her. It was just, he'll never be able to take that moment back from him, knowing that him and his wife walked into the doors together as man and wife. They worked together before. That we've seen bits with them before WWE, but this was the coup de grace. No pun intended, Finn Balor.
Go ahead, Faith.
I think John really said something right there because the way that they left is almost poetic justice the way they came back. And the fact that she came back in the exact same building that CM Punk came back into. If you know the story of why Punk left, the fact that he was, if I remember correctly, fired on their wedding day. And then they come back 10 years later, both of them, 10 years later.
Happily married.
In the building, happily married. And now they're doing it. I think that all of what John said, but I think that realization for Punk is what was having him trying to choke back tears and stay in character. And I love all of it. I'm here for all of it.
But I'm gonna say this though, Punk. I know you're happy to see your wife again in WWE together, but sir, stay in your lane. Because the way you tried to impress her and damn near crippled yourself trying to do that overhand out of the ring, trying to land on your feet, sir. You ain't the Undertaker. You're not Kane. You don't have that type of athleticism to be doing that. This man almost crippled himself.
I thought he did. I thought he hurt like his shoulder blade or something.
Which I would have lived with, because if he landed in the middle of his back, and then mind you, CM Punk is in his 40s.
Well, according to Monty, he's 1,062 years old. So.
Speaking of Monty, shout out to Monty. Happy birthday, Monty.
She went to high school with Joe Louis.
And it's like, bro, what do you, I get it. Listen, when you with your woman and that's love your life, sometimes you're gonna do some crazy things that because she got you like that. But sir, you've never exited the ring like that ever in your career. So why are you gonna wait till now and be like, whoop, let me try this?
When he did it, I was like, man, that he loved that woman.
That would have been bad.
I'm so glad they didn't show it on TV. Like, I know a fan posted it, but it was bad. It looked real bad.
It's on WWE's YouTube.
I'm pretty sure he woke up with a sore back in the morning, though. I guarantee it.
Yeah, he did.
I guarantee it. But what I was saying, John, is we get to see this, hopefully, this mother-daughter rivalry between Roxanne Perez and AJ at some point, because I got AJ beating Becky for that championship. And at some point, maybe at WrestleMania, Roxanne, whatever happens with her and Liv when Liv gets back, because we still sitting on that story that's waiting to develop. So once she gets through that, I'm looking forward to seeing Roxanne and AJ Lee for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And it's going to paint a story how, she met AJ when she was, I think, like 12 or something. Mm-hmm. And now, fast forward, this woman is back in WWE, something that her and Corey Jade have tweeted AJ multiple times. Come back.
Did you notice what Roxanne Perez had on Monday night?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. She was a fan.
Well, did y'all see the video? I think it was a fan that posted it when AJ they played AJ's video on Monday.
Yeah, she was smiling from cheek to cheek.
Mm-hmm. She was smiling from ear to ear like that 12-year-old little girl again. That's how much AJ Lee has affected that locker room.
That woman
say I'm your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler. It's
true.
Literally, because there's a lot of people who has Bayley as their favorite wrestler, and Bayley looked up to AJ when AJ showed up to NXT that one time. So have this come full circle, and Bayley is still in WWE, and Roxanne signed AJ signed a multi-year deal. So this is not a one-off. She's gonna be here a while, and it's full time. Yeah, and full time. And I don't want to throw age into it, but she was in her 20s when she retired, and 10 years later, so she's still young. She's in her prime now. Yeah, and she's already accomplished a lot. She already has like a somewhat Hall of Fame career already. So now that she's back with her husband. And I know John, he was always on that. I believe it when I see it. And I was too, especially with AJ. I'm like, yeah, she's not coming back. When he went to AEW, everyone's like, oh, she's going to fall. I'm like, no, she won't. But what did it for me was when Punk came back in Chicago, and it's like he had this whole different lease on life. He's like, he stayed out of trouble, not causing anything at the PC, helping out with the youngsters and all that stuff. I'm like, I told myself, and I think I told John, it's now inevitable that she's gonna come back because she see how happy her husband is now as opposed to when he left. Because even if she didn't have those injuries and even if she wasn't healthy, eventually she's gonna leave anyway. Because how they did him. So it just all came full circle.
I love how she took the time when she was reintroducing herself, and you said this earlier, Trail. She took the time to kind of go through her journey of how she left and now she's back. But I do love that she spoke about mental health and how even she, and the reason I'm saying is because she was and is so influential. She's the staple reason a lot of the women, as we've been talking about in the locker room, and a lot of the reason that women in the audience were fangirling their brains out when she returned. So for her to be that transparent and come out and say, look, I wasn't healthy mentally. I had to get healthy. I went to therapy. Therapy works. That was huge. Huge for her to do that. And I'm glad she did.
She don't know how many lives she saved with that one promo.
Out the gate.
Advocated
for mental health. I'm like, yep. And the only other person that ever did that was LA Knight when he was advocating for mental health. So it's it was a beautiful thing. But eventually showed up, demanded her belt back.
Oh my
and
God.
She was like, I'll make a deal with you. You can come here, get this belt yourself, and end up with another shiner on the other side of your face.
Funny.
Or you, which was like when she took her face, she took the glasses off. She's like, oh, what happened? You got a nice little shiner there. She's like, put him back on. So she was like, you can come get this belt yourself, or you can give me a tag team match with me and my husband versus you and your husband. And she didn't want no smoke. So she had her husband do it. She tried to get the title, and she just that crazy little Puerto Rican psycho stepped in front of him like, hello. He's like, all right, I'm gonna go here. Hello. And I'm like, and I'm looking at this, and I don't have kids, but I'm looking at them, I'm like, I guarantee you your daughter does the same thing to you.
You know, Rue is out there all up in her daddy's face.
Yup.
Yo, so I just got the call. So can I do my this is what we doing right quick before we go? Just
go ahead, Undertaker. Go ahead, Undertaker. All
right.
Oh, she said, bring your ass.
So Ronda Rousey, this is what we doing. He chose explain later. And shout out to Ashe. Peace.
Yeah. So what he's saying is Ronda Rousey was on I don't know what podcast she was on, and she's still WWE bashing, and she pretty much threw a complaint how they put her with Alexa Bliss at that time. And he's like, the fact that they had me fight Alexa Bliss and all was fucking ridiculous, and you want to know why they had me against Alexa Bliss because she made the most merch sales at the time. That's your decision-making process. And it's like, correct me if I'm wrong, Faith, but if you're a top merch seller, doesn't that kind of get added to your push?
You are correct. And I got my head like this in honor of Monty, but I'm giving the head tilt because Ronda, I say this with some respect. Who the fuck cares what you think? Who cares? She's been bashing WWE for years since she while employed. I'm like, do you want to come back? Because you giving them vibes. You giving them vibes of just like Matt Riddle. Her and Matt Riddle, they in the same car, driving me crazy. Yeah. They in the same car. We know y'all want back. Stop trying to make it seem like you don't. You wasn't good. Alexa Bliss, you want to bash Alexa Bliss. Miss me with that, Rhonda. Miss me with that.
And shout out to MJF of all people, coming to her defense, to Alexa Bliss's defense on that. And like, I never understood why it reminds me of that promo Adam Pearce did on Ronda Rousey. When he was saying he was like babysitting her and called her a spoiled bitch. I'm like, yeah. Like she really thought she was gonna go there and like the WWE revolved around her, and it didn't. She got exposed for not knowing her wrestling.
I think that promo that Adam did, I'm gonna be honest. I think that came from real frustration.
It was. You can tell.
Real frustration. They tried to make her seem like the next big thing. Look who they had her working with. The Rock brought her into the ring, right? Kurt Angle against Stephanie and Triple H. They tried. They really did. Her promo skills, absolute garbage. Absolute garbage. Her wrestling skill, I'm sorry. Ronda's push should have been Shayna Baszler's. I'm just saying.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Shayna should have got all that time.
See, and Ronda's push that should have been Shayna Baszler's will for sure be Lola Vice's.
Yeah. Oh. I love me some Lola.
Because she's going to be the complete package that Ronda should have been. And she said herself, she's going to be like the greatest MMA crossover athlete of all time. And she's going to outshine Ronda. But Shayna should have been that person, but they didn't market behind her, which I get it. That's how business goes. This one has a pretty face, a great body, and she got skills. So
I feel like if Shayna had eyebrows, they might have went with it. They might have went with it.
Listen, that's a whole lot of theories I can go into that, but I ain't trying to get counseled.
That was corny, but
on why they didn't back her up. There's another theory I'm not gonna go into because I ain't trying to upset the community. But
tell me it didn't bother you that she didn't have eyebrows for some of the Raws. It bothered me. It bothered me. Okay,
I'm not an eyebrow person. So if it bothered you, I'm pretty sure it bothered a lot of women.
I'm like, it's just you can't it's like when you see a dude and he ain't got no stash. Like, bro, where your stash at? Where your stash?
I just want to point out, Faye, that you're killing my admin right now. Like, if she falls out that chair dying, I'm gonna hold you thoroughly responsible. The woman is going through a tough time as it is.
My bad.
Her breathing.
My badness.
So
she laughing like that because she agrees. She know it's true.
Yeah.
She know it's true.
I'm trying not to laugh because I'm still dealing with my own stuff as is. But all right, Faith. I see you came on demon. No. Keep it going because we're gonna go out. We're gonna go out swinging with laughter, and that's how I want to go anyway. Just having a good old time. So
right on.
This is S4UWrestling. You know, you in the lab of the Fat Four, so we all about chaos and good timing, no matter how funny it is. And she's still dying. You good? You all right?
Get us some water. Somebody get us some water.
Oh, she defiant. Oh, she go out. She going out defiantly. Yep. But yeah, this is that was John's call out that he was gonna call her out on before he got summoned to the casting duties.
That was a good call out.
But yeah, her and AJ and Roxanne, it was her and Roxanne is gonna do numbers. I can't wait to see it because, like Nessa was saying earlier, it's almost like the passing of the torch because you're literally seeing our version of AJ Lee versus the AJ Lee. It's like another battle of two Tejanas. I'm not Tejanas, but two Latin women.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got the crazy Bailey over here who's I'm starting to like what they're doing with her, with the whole talking to herself and letting her inner voices go back and forth. Lyra's acting kind of weird. So yeah. I think they're going to be a tag team or something. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling either she's going to come back and they're going to go at it again, or they're going to come back as a tag team, which would be cool because a crazy Irishman and a crazy Mexican can sell tickets.
Put butts in seats. Put butts.
But you know
what? There's another person that I'm hoping AJ cross paths with that I don't think anybody's given any thought to.
Who, Rhea?
No. Okay. Just real quick, let me just say this. I know everybody's like, oh my God, AJ Lee and Rhea. I don't really want to see it, but I'll watch it. But I would love to see her and Tatum Paxley. Think about it. You can't tell me AJ didn't have some kind of influence on how Tatum is, how she presents herself. Now Tatum's is a little extra, but you can see some AJ Lee influence in her wrestling. Just a little bit.
Tatum does give me a little AJ, but she also gives me a whole lot of Alexa Bliss.
Both. Yeah. Yep. But I would love
yeah.
Ooh,
I mean, she's ain't no telling when Tatum's gonna get called up, but when she does, that's something I would like to see. I like to see AJ and Alexa. I mean, there's so many people that AJ can go against. You know, Michin, So Ruka when she gets called the B-Fab. Hell, Charlotte. Eventually we're gonna get Charlotte. Eventually you're gonna get Rhea. It's all gonna happen. It's because they're the top dogs. Her, how about this, Faith? Her and Stephanie.
Are you talking about Stephanie McMahon or
you know damn well I ain't talking about Stephanie McMahon.
You talking about cake and thighs?
Listen, you talking about Mrs. OTC right there. Look, I wouldn't mind seeing her. I wouldn't mind seeing her and Stephanie Baker.
I'm here for match. That. Yeah, I can see it.
Kev wants AJ and Zarya. That's another one.
There's so many potential great bangers that could happen, but with this one that you're talking about, the Devil's Kiss versus I'm not gonna do it because I know if I say what I'm gonna say, it may
Julia too. I'm banking on that's probably Leslie. Julia too.
Yeah,
like you got Kiana James. It's a plethora of women AJ Lee can step in the ring with after Becky, after Roxanne. I mean, you can throw Lyra in there. You can throw Bailey. Do the greatest hits with AJ. I mean, eventually, I don't know how long Nikki Bella's contract is, but eventually
they're gonna go back.
They gonna go there. I mean, the story is right there anyway. So they're gonna go there. So they're pretty much bringing back the Divas greatest hits. But if Paige does show up again, oh, don't do it, Kev. Don't do it.
It's
that man had me dying 2 weeks in a row. that man has me dying 2 weeks in a row. That dude just shows up anyway. But
say for AJ, put at some point, put the women's world heavyweight championship on her and let her do what Becky used to do. Give opportunities for all these great matches to happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, you're fighting for a championship, that's a different kind of match than just a match on a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah. I mean, she's a multi-year contract, so ain't no telling when and where. It's going to happen. She's going to want to win and go. Well, she's going to win the IC title, but it's only a matter of time. She works up to the world heavyweight. I mean, it'd be kind of cool seeing the women's world champion, AJ Lee, just skipping with that championship. Have an open challenge here. And what if, Faith, they recreate that night after Mania, and she's in the ring, like, anybody want a shot? And Paige comes out.
And that's where I was leading to. Can you imagine that pop? If it's the right first, let me say this. If it's the right arena of people, if it is the right arena of people, and I hate to say this, but if they are leading to that or that happens, I almost feel like it has to be an overseas crowd. Or Chicago. I'm sorry, Chicago is a great crowd.
I think at this point it was gonna be like a big city like New York, Chicago, Cali, a PLE for sure, a PLE. And what if and Paige doesn't even have to come out to challenge her? What if she just comes back for a different role? But the fact that she comes out anyway on another open challenge, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. It's like she's back.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Kind of like when she came back with the Kabuki Warriors. She could come back during that open challenge, but present not her as the opponent, but someone else.
But I'm hoping she does come back for a match. Maybe have one more match with AJ. Awesome. That'd be cool to have those come back. It's like Triple H tweeted out, it was like, you can always come home. And that was like a open door bat signal to every single person that's left, except the real. I seen a photo of like Edge. I seen a photo of Mox, Jericho.
Don't. You said a name, and I just all kind of reaction throughout my body. If I see Jon Moxley, Jon Moxley back, y'all don't talk to me for the rest of the year. Y'all don't talk to me for the rest of the year. I love Dean Ambrose. Not saying that I want him to go back into that character, because I think I think
he would come back as Mox.
That character. Yeah, let him come back as Mox. But
or if he does come back as Ambrose, let him keep that Mox style character.
Yep.
That we grown accustomed to now.
Give me the theme song.
Yeah.
I will lose it.
That's one that's another person that definitely would have an unfinished story. Like Mox definitely would have. I have a feeling he would come back as Mox, because both Rollins and Roman Reigns has addressed him by Mox in their promos years ago. So even John Cena did too. To have them back, I don't want him back to do a Shield, because they already did the Shield last run or whatever. They did that. That's done. But to have him back, and let's say Roman is still in the company, and obviously Rollins is still going to be in the company, to have him tie up that unfinished business with Rollins, or maybe step to the tribal chief.
That's what I want.
This version of Mox or Dean Ambrose stepped up to the tribal chief, because he's the only one that's ever had Roman's back, and he's the only one that he still calls, his brother, even though they all don't conversate that much anymore like they used to. But to have the Shield as a whole back in WWE, and mind you, in some shape or fashion, the Shield has ran professional wrestling for 5 years.
5 freaking years. They all had titles. Roman's on SmackDown, Seth on Raw, Mox in AEW, all with world titles.
And I don't know if you saw the episode, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, when I did a tribute to the Shield, because they're the only ones that went off and had their own faction.
And still successful, still at the top of the mountain.
Mox went on, had the Death Riders. He was world champ. They was trios champ. Seth Rollins, he has the vision now. Braun Breaker's a former 2-time NXT champion, former Intercontinental champion. Bronson Reed's a future champion. Dean got Roman Reigns, and we all know what Roman Reigns done with the bloodline. At one point, they were all dripped in gold. So it's like no other faction has produced world champions that went on to lead their own groups while being a world champion.
Right.
Not the Horsemen, not the NWO, not Evolution. Batista never had his own group.
Nope.
Orton kind of did at some point.
Yeah,
but not all of them. All of them didn't. So for the Shield to have that and went on to do that, that's why I had them as like the greatest faction of all time.
Oh, sorry, my dog.
That's okay. I hear from the Barbosa's household all the time.
But there's so many little breadcrumbs that have been dropped throughout the length of the Shield that they could circle back to. Like, for example, with Roman and Mox. Remember when Mox went heel after Roman announced he had leukemia again? He went. And do you remember that promo he cut where he said, and I'll just summarize, he said that Roman's leukemia was because of what they did in the Shield. That when the camera turned off, nobody knew just how bad they really were. Go back to that. Go back to that. Revisit that and give me Mox versus the tribal, the OTC. I don't want to see Dean Ambrose. Give me Mox versus OTC. I take my money. Take it.
Yeah, before John Moxley retires, he has to have one final run in WWE. He just has to.
Well, his wife really wants him to. From the things I've seen her say, I think she's at that point where. And if I was married to a man, like, come on with these matches you doing.
Seriously, yeah.
Come on. We got a daughter. You getting older. It's going to be harder to keep her from seeing these things. Like, come on. It's time to, your last few years, let's go on back over there and end it there.
Yeah. And it'd be kind of dope that on his last run, like, all three of them literally retire and call it quits. Probably not together in the ring together, but like simultaneously around the same time. Like they both left. All three of them left a good enough mark on the industry that their job's done.
Yeah, and you see their influences, much like who we're talking about, AJ Lee. You see the Shield's influence in today's superstar. You cannot tell me that every time Braun Breaker crashes the hell out like he did on Monday when he
That's young Roman.
That's young Roman mixed with Ambrose.
I do you one better, Faith. Dark State.
Come on. You know what? I hated him at first because I was like, I was one of them fans. Can't nobody replicate the Shield.
I said the same thing. I'm like, they remind me of the Shield, but they're not acting like the Shield. They're on their own. They cause chaos just by standing there sometimes.
Yep.
But it's just that dog pack mentality and the chaos they do. It reminds me so much of the Shield.
Well, the mask too that they wear.
Yeah.
Who will ever forget that iconic moment of the Shield walking down while Triple H is standing over
Mania,
and they're coming down with those masks, which I wish they would have kept using, but apparently Vince didn't like it. But what a statement just them standing there like that made. They didn't even have to cut a promo. You was all there for the Shield. So, yeah, if Mox comes back, y'all don't talk to me.
Yeah. It just like I that's why I have high hopes of Dark State because they have I don't think they're gonna. It remains to be seen, but I don't think each one of them is gonna be world champion. Obviously, there's one of them I think, and that's the one that dressed like Clark Kent. The bookworm. I think he's gonna be the one that's probably gonna win some gold. But it's just those guys, they wreck shop in NXT, they go to TNA and they was wrecking shop there. I was like, damn, imagine if the Shield went to another organization and just wreaking havoc like that. So it's like we're getting a Shield and they're all brothers except one, obviously. But it's dope seeing that. I'm like, I like how Shawn Michaels is doing them over there.
Shawn is doing good work down at NXT, him and Ava.
But speaking of the bloodline, which is one of the reasons why I invited you here, Faith. So, yeah, there's a certain penitentiary that got reopened on Monday night. And that is Jimmy and Jay, the Usos, are back. Jay came out by himself. I'm like, okay, maybe he's going to introduce his brother. His brother came out on the lower deck. They went and then they did the iconic, dap up with the ones in the air.
Yes.
And I'm like, and they both start yeeting. So I was like, oh no, this is awesome. Open up their iconic promos, and man, when they was talking about Paul Heyman,
the Orca,
and he's like, he built like one. I was like, yo,
Trail. I was like, they ain't skipped a damn beat. They ain't lost none of that chemistry they got together. Being a part, that was my concern when I was like, okay, they coming back together. My concern was, even though they're twins, they've done this as a tag team for a decade plus. Being apart for that long on separate shows, having to change your character, build different layers in your character, I was concerned with them coming back together. Could they find that thing again? Was it still, and that right there, that promo?
Classic. All thing they was missing was welcome to the Uso Penitentiary. They basically challenged, the Bronze. So we're gonna get that match at WrestlePalooza next week. I think it's next week. So looking forward to that.
I am very much.
However, Faith.
The
penitentiary is open, but are we gonna have some issues with this being open? Because a certain someone is pretty much basically turned to the warden of the penitentiary, and that is one Jey Uso. Jimmy has a little, back and forth respect with, LA Knight. But him and Jay, they still got a little beef that they haven't really settled. And it all started, I want to say last year when it was Yeet versus you kind of saw something brewing there. Like it was The Rock and Stone Cold. Type of aura. Fast forward, and it's like Jimmy was like, "Hey, LA Knight got this match with Braun. We gotta help him." He's like, "The hell with all that. I'm out." And he was going on saying like, it's about he's not gonna help me get to the world championship. I'm gonna smash everybody. And Jimmy was like, you sound like Roman.
Oh, I got so much to say.
Jay gave him that look, and I was like, this is why Roman was building this man up for 4 years to get to this point. And the last message Roman gave Jay before he got taken out in London was, you done helped everybody for all these years. You always helped other people. Do this for yourself.
Yep.
Bring the championship to the family.
Yep.
So it's almost like he's setting this man up as his true tribal heir, so to speak.
Well,
so I'm gonna ask you, Faith, is Jey Uso on his way to being the new tribal chief?
Yes.
Of the family.
Yep. Okay. I can I unleash for a
Go
little
ahead.
Empty
Go
it out.
ahead. Unleash the inner gods and say what you're gonna say, because I know this is why I brought you here, because I wanted to get Marty on here too, but he's still under the weather. So shout out to Marty, but
Shout
go
out
ahead.
to Marty. I'll say this. I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna start by asking you a question, Trill. After Jay stepped away, and I say stepped away, he never left his family. He was mad up with him. He was upset, but he stepped away to see if he could find who he was, right?
Mm-hmm.
When he stepped away, who received the title? Not the implication, not the suggestion of, but who did Roman ever say, this is my right-hand man? Who?
I think it was one Joshua Fatu.
Roman never called. Oh, you talking about? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I went government, but Jay.
Yeah, you went government. I'm stuck on Jay. Yeah, there was nobody else. He called Solo the tribal heir
because Jay wasn't even there.
Because Jay wasn't even there. He teased Jimmy after Jimmy did what he did at SummerSlam. He said, "You want to be right-hand man, Jimmy Uso." But he never gave that distinctive title to anybody. And let me tell you why. Till this day, the OTC only wants Jay as his successor. That will never change. That will never change.
Yep.
If you recall, Roman told Jay, you can't be a twin and OTC at the same time. I bring that up because Roman never lied, and he was telling them the truth, because Jay was still stuck in that shadow of, oh, that's the other twin. But now we got Jay, who has found himself, found his footing. He's been the helper, the savior. He did it for Damian and Rhea. He's done it multiple times for Cody. He tried to do it for KO. We've seen him through his redemption arc save all these people, right? Come out, help them out. He did it with New Day before they became whatever the hell they are now. I don't know. I'm not even gonna go there. But what I'm getting at is everybody like, oh my God, Jay's turning heel. No, he's not. You know what happened on Monday? Jay is pissed off. And he's fed up. Y'all act like we didn't watch LA Knight for what, 2 weeks, push Jay around when Jay tried to be the level-headed one. Y'all act like LA Knight wasn't talking all his usual smack about Jay. And the family. He brought up the family. And what did Jay tell y'all in Paris? Please don't talk about my family, and please don't ever, ever put your hands on my family. So Jay's pissed up. He's pissed off. He's fed up, but he's also fed up with himself, because what has he failed to do twice now with the two men that he came up with? He couldn't save Jimmy from Gunther. And he admitted it. He said, I was scared. He said his mom asked him why you didn't protect him. He said, I was scared. And he couldn't take Roman from the bronze. So what did he have to do? Y'all heard it at the end of Raw and Clash in Paris. That man had to admit defeat. He said, I need you. To Jimmy, he said, I need you. I can't do it. Well, what's that one thing he can't do? He can't protect the family by himself. So Jay is not turning heel. What Jay is doing and what Roman did, because Roman is still manipulating. I don't care what nobody says. Nobody say. Roman wants Jay to be his successor. Like I said, always have, always will be. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing both sides, all these renditions of Jay come together as one. And you heard him tell Jimmy, well, maybe the way I've been moving ain't working out for me.
Listen, and I'm gonna throw you one even better. All those years, Jay was resenting Roman Reigns. Because remember, Roman always told him, I don't hate you. I love you. I'm doing this for the family. I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for your kids. I want you to understand the responsibilities it is to have the family on the shoulders. He won the Intercontinental Championship. He won the World Heavyweight Championship. Lost those titles sooner than he expected to lose them. I think now Jay understands why Roman is Roman.
Well, that's
and
why
it's and Jimmy's still not catching. Jimmy is still not getting it. And that's why he's the one playing peacemaker, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it's like the solo experiment with the Usos worked, because now that the Uso pentateuch is back together, you can still see oh, that's Jimmy. Oh, that's the main event, Jey Uso right there. There's no which twin are you anymore. They both went down a separate path. I wish Jimmy won a championship on his side, but it is what it is. He still won at life.
It's still coming.
Yeah.
It's still coming.
But it's Jay is now he got Roman's respect as an equal, because now Roman acknowledges, okay, I see where Jay's at now. This is what I wanted him to be. This is why I built him the way. This is why I had him go through the ringers during the pandemic all those years. This is why I made him the right-hand man. Jay finally getting the respect from Roman as an equal now understands he had championships. He lost them. He felt the responsibility of carrying the family. So now he understands Roman, which is now why now he's stepping up on his own, is telling Jimmy, hey, basically telling get with the program, Moose. Helping this man is not going to do me anything. I can care less what happened to him. He's not going to help me get the championship back. Because remember, Roman told him, bring the championship back to the family. Stop helping people. Sometimes, and it's true, because sometimes in life, you need to be a little bit selfish at times. You got to know when to say no and look out for yourself at times for the betterment of the family.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say a couple quick things. You are 100% right in what you have just said. Jay, how many times was he warned about helping people while he had his titles? That him putting his body on the line, keeping himself at less than 100%, less than 80, less than 75, even less than 50 at times. Gunther told him in that segment that they had together when they were in the locker room, he said, oh, you'll run to Cody's aid, Sammy's aid, Punk's aid, and keep doing that. Gunther told him, keep doing that, because that makes it easier for me to take that title from you. And what happened?
Gunther took it right off of him.
He took it right off him. He was not 100% for that match.
At all.
He was not. Then I'm going to go back to something else you said. You said that Jay understands Roman. Build up to WrestleMania 41. Roman on Pat McAfee's show, what did he say? He said he was proud of Jay. but he said he thinks that after that weekend, Jay would understand him a lot more. And when Jimmy said to Jay, "You sound like Roman," let me be clear. He wasn't talking about the Roman we have now. He was talking about Tribal Chief era Roman, 2020 Thunderdome Roman. And Jay does need to be that. But I also think Jay said some years ago in an interview, I'm trying to remember if it was the interview with Ariel Helwani right before Bloodline Civil War, or was it the one with Chris Van Vliet? But either way, it was one of those. He said, why can't, because the question was, have either of you thought about not doing the tag team thing and becoming singles champ? And at that time, the answer was no. They hadn't thought about splitting up. Oh, it was Chris Van Vliet. And so, but Jay said, why can't we both be world champion and tag team champions at the same time? That leads me to say, if Roman now has come back and his gimmick is OTC 1,
Jay's OTC 2.
You don't put a 1 on something. You don't label something with a number unless there's more to come. And that circles, I'm going to bring this full circle. That circles me back to that comment Roman made back in 2023, I think it was, or 24. You can't be a twin and tribal chief at the same time. He was right. They were so connected. They've been together their whole lives. They've shared everything. They could not have been tribal chief in that state that they were in. But now that they are their own people, we are about to see OTC 2 and OTC 3. And I'm going to point this out. I don't know if everybody caught this. Did you watch What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon when Roman was on?
I saw bits and pieces of that episode.
Okay, I want you to go back and watch it. Or he wasn't wearing it when he was in the ring with Paul, but when he was on What's Your Story with Stephanie McMahon, Roman had a custom-made Rolex that he was wearing. It's a Daytona Black Venom custom. Then I want you to go to the Monday Night Raw in Paris. Jay came out wearing his watch. On Monday night, when Jimmy and Jay came out, look at their wrists. They are both wearing the same watch.
Listen, when Roman is gone, the Usos is going to be the top dogs of that family in WWE until
they will be the tribal chiefs while Roman's gone.
And I'm excited to see Jimmy tap into that zone, because this would be a whole nother level of Usos that it's not just out there just twinning. Now it's like these two men are older now. They just cracked the 40 mark.
Yeah.
They're older now, and they got families. Jimmy's starting a whole new family with his now wife.
Yep.
So it's like that hunger is going to change into, now it's like, I got to protect what's mine and feed mine and not rely on Roman, because I have this theory that eventually, I don't know if it's going to be either a match or something else, Roman's going to pass down the to follow the J.
Okay. So you know that WWE has a Roman title. It's the tribal chief title, right?
Yep. The tribal combat match from
the
Netflix premiere.
So I thought it was odd. I was like, what? And it's titled a replica. It's a replica. Well, that means there has to be a real one somewhere, right? I think that not this year, but next year, maybe 2027, I think we see Roman approach Jay and say, look, I've walked with you and your brother. I've trained y'all. on being the tribal chief, leading the family. I'm about to leave. But for you to now move from OTC 2 to OTC 1, you are going to have to earn it. And so I'm giving you the opportunity to challenge me for that title with this title. And I think that's when he presents the tribal chief title.
Yeah, because if we're not gonna get Rock and Roman, which that I think I'm 100% putting that in the bed, that's not gonna happen. Have Jay rise and assume the role, and have Roman hand him that role and be like, "You're ready now."
Yep.
And then have the Usos right there, Jimmy be fam, and then you still got Solo. Eventually, you're gonna have the Usos and Solo together on one page at the same time. But this is gonna be something crazy.
So, to everybody that thought that the Bloodline story was over, no, baby,
it ain't never over.
Listen, it ain't never over. You got Jacob in now. I think Zilla's gonna come sooner
Eventually,
than later.
Yep.
You got Lance that's gonna be down in NXT.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it ain't never gonna end. This is just now the next chapter.
Yeah, because when Roman and Uso step down, you still got the Tongans. All of them, all of the Tongans, including the one that Faith has a restraining order against. You still got Jacob. It's
okay.
you still got P Nasty. So it's
yes.
It's like there's gonna be a whole pecking order when this is over, because as much as how old Jacob looks, the man is young. The man is young.
Yeah.
So, and then you add in Zilla, and then you add in, the tongue. It's gonna be a revolving door in that era, that top echelon. Like Roman's gonna be the high chief at some point in his life. So it's like having Jay as that guy now. It's like I can see it and I love it. And it's like I've been watching Jay since 2020, and it's this is what Roman, and I'm gonna keep saying, this is what Roman trained him for.
Absolutely. And if you take that sentiment and now look how Jimmy's behaving, Jimmy is the Jay that Jay was at the beginning of him and Roman's run during the Thunderdome era.
Yeah, being a peacemaker.
He's the peacemaker. He's always trying to help. Eventually, as Roman used to say, Jimmy's gonna fall in line, not as a subordinate to Jay, but
twin,
stand with him as his brother and leading this family.
Like,
so I'm excited.
Can you imagine the Usos operating on a tribal chief level as a tag team?
God.
It's like you got to go through the penitentiary. You to whatever happens. When the Usos come out, it's like, it's not. Oh, hey, it's the Usos. It's like, shit, here come the Usos.
Let me tell you something. How many tag teams in the last year, and I'm gonna go even the last 3 years, have called out and talked crap about the Usos? Fraxium in NXT. Well, they're now on main roster. Mm-hmm. Did you see New Day already talking mess?
Mm-hmm.
Talking about the Usos always suck. Y'all suck now. Shut up. Mm-hmm. You got Gorillas of Destiny that we are waiting on to come about. Give me the Usos versus Penta and Ray Phoenix.
Ooh, yeah. Another brother versus brother. Oof.
Come on, but like you said, with the Usos in that character state of tribal chief, both of them unhinged, both of them crash out at any moment. Let the Usos stay in a tweener state. Give them that room to move either face or heel when they need to, and let us be entertained.
And then at some point, you bring back Naomi
and put her with them.
right where she belongs, right where because there was 3 of them at one point back in the day, but they didn't capitalize on it. But now all 3 of them unhinged, all 3 of them do not want to be played with.
No.
All 3 of them are in the family. Those are the figures, the figureheads. All the female, Samoans that come in, check in with Trent.
And WWE, I hope y'all see this, and I need y'all to hear me clearly. Bring the Tonga twins.
Have them check in with Trent.
Have
Nia as Trent's right hand man. So if you don't check in with Trent, you better check in with. You know what I'm saying? Have her be a leader of something. Have her be like the patriarch or something. Have her be the not to steal Monty's moniker, but the tribal chiefstress, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Because she's the in-law of the new tribal chief that's coming up, and the wife of the twin. So it's like she has seniority now. She's gonna be that top female.
Give her Nia, the Tonga twins, P Nasty. That's all she needs. And I'm gonna say this: when Roman comes back, a sophisticated crash out he is, and if Jimmy is on the same page with Jay by that time, all 3 of them,
right in time for War Games.
And you thought the last 4 years was something? Even when the Usos was on that legendary tag team run, they were still jokey, unserious. Yeah. Not this time. Not this time. All fire. No water. All fire.
Yep. I can't wait.
I can't either. I like Lena's comment. Lena always with them bombs.
That's why the Usos called them the old day. Yep. They tell me, we won some of these championships. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But the Usos were the longest reigning tag team champions, and they beat the New Day to solidify them as the longest reigning tag team champions. So it's like, in my eyes, of this generation, Usos are the greatest tag team.
Well, and what's his name? Adam Pearce, when he announced that they would be appearing, he said something that caught me because I've not heard him say something like this in any of his regular weekly Monday, this is what's going to happen announcement. He said the Usos, who are sure to be first ballot Hall of Famers.
Which they are.
I mean, you could say that with just their 600 plus day title reign, everything they've done with the Bloodline story. But when you are in that echelon, that first ballot echelon of Hall of Famers, that means you've done things that nobody else has done in the company. You surpassed everybody else. What if we see the Usos go on another legendary title run? I would not be mad at it.
I wouldn't either. It don't even have to be 600 days. Like the fact that they win the tag team titles again while they still can go separate identities at the same time.
Yep.
That's a masterpiece.
That's it. Yep. That's that upper echelon. Hold singles title, be tag team title, and hold it for more than 58 days. But I ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
But yeah, so I'm looking forward to that storyline with the bloodline. But let's before we wrap it up, let's mosey on down to Tuesday night. Because Faith, we are on the road to Homecoming at Full Sail next week.
Yep.
And when I tell you they're gearing up for something special, they're gearing up for something special because Trick Williams came out, approached DIY. He said he didn't come alone. And of course, I already knew who it was going to be. Mello came out, gave Trick Williams the riot act. I'm like, oh, so it's not going to be. At first, I'm like, it's not going to be Mello. It's going to be somebody else. But DIY had said something, and Melo was like, "Hold the fuck up."
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He's like, first of all, I'm talking to my mans over here.
Yeah.
Watch your mouth. So we're gonna get Trick Mellow Gang versus DIY. So it's pretty much the tag team of the 2.0 era versus the tag team of the Black and Gold era. Next week. Can't wait for that.
I think that's going to be an amazing match. Really, I do.
Yeah, because it's like we was all talking before about how they're going to handle Trick Williams' call up. Are they going to pair him with Carmelo Hayes again after the beef they went through? So to see this now at Homecoming, it's like, okay, they're going to do this match, but now I'm actually intrigued on how it's going to be after the match.
I think they're testing it. I think they're testing it to see how Trick Mellow Gang is received now that they're both kind of still heels, although it feels like on Friday nights.
Oh, Melo's going a face turn
out of it. Yeah. And maybe once Trick drops that TNA title, he'll go back face. I like him better as a face anyway.
Yeah.
But I think they're testing that. Because could we see Mello and Trick on SmackDown as a tag team now that we kind of are seeing the Street Profits kind of dissolve? Yeah, I think we could.
So they split up one black tag team to bring in another black tag team.
And hopefully they do them better than they did the Profits. I don't have much faith in that, but...
Okay. Well, maybe. I'm anxious to see how they're gonna do about that on next week, because they have been in Full Sail from quite some time now, and there's a lot of history that happens in Full Sail. I mean, Paige, Charlotte, Aleister Black, Samoa Joe, Bobby Roode, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, The Shield.
Yep.
It's like Alexa Bliss, there's the whole Bailey, Sasha, Beck. It's like a whole lot of Hall of Famers. Lyra.
So many.
I don't know what's going to happen next week.
Well, I know that the matches have been made, but I'm not even holding to that. I think we're gonna get a ton of surprises, a ton of people popping up.
Triple H is gonna be there.
Triple H is definitely gonna be there. I think we are gonna get people from SmackDown and Raw that show up. I mean, I wouldn't be mad with the Usos showing up. I know they tied into this whole Vision thing, but why not pop up?
They've never been to NXT.
They were for they had a couple matches in NXT.
Did they?
Yeah.
I thought they was all just FCW and they just got called up from there.
They were FCW, but they fought why do I always forget the name of their tag team? The Millions of Dollars.
Primetime Players?
Yeah, although it was mainly on Main Event, they did fight them. I saw at least 2 matches in NXT.
Okay. All right. I must have skipped over that one.
They weren't.
Mainstays.
This was
me.
Paint with the biker shorts. It wasn't memorable.
Okay.
Memorable. Yeah.
But so this whole toxic attraction, fatal influence, whatever, JC Jane comes out. Now, mind you, they had this elimination match. The winner takes on Charlotte and Alexa. I find it dope that it's Tatum and Izzy Dane that won that match, because now we're going to get the tall big sister blonde versus the short crazy little sister versus the main roster's tall dominant blonde and her short twisted crazy little sister. So I see what they're doing, and I love what they're doing. It's like Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man in Homecoming. It's gonna be like a very intriguing match, and this could show if Tatum and Izzy are main roster ready. And I wonder where they're gonna have this championship match at. Are they gonna have it at Homecoming?
I don't think so. I think they'll probably save it for what's the one coming up?
They should do it on the main roster or WrestlePalooza.
Wait, doesn't NXT have a PLE coming up?
Yeah, Heat Wave.
Yeah. Or no Mercy, right?
Oh yeah. No Mercy. We just had Heat Wave. Yeah, No Mercy.
Yeah, I think
I can see that.
I agree. They're not ready. I don't think Tatum's ready.
Nah.
Izzy's got she's got that potential. She's got that buildable star power, but I don't think she's ready yet.
Plus her man's there already, but
oh God, please don't put them on the please. Please.
But you know, they won. Fatal Influence, they lost their match. Juiceless JC was given the riot act, and she was saying she was the greatest female NXT champion of all time, which I was like, nope.
No,
and
ma'am.
Who popped out first? Mi amor, Stephanie Baker pops out. And I was like, she was like, you beat me for that championship. That's cool. But I am a former I was a North American champion and NXT Women's Champion at the same time. And then she was like, at WrestlePalooza, I'm going to be the world champion again.
Talk your
and
stuff.
And she was like, and this would actually had me crack up a little bit. She was like, oh yeah, what time is it? I was like, ain't no damn way.
I was like, Stephanie, you ain't have to do that.
In her accent and everything, she's like, what time is it? And I was like, it's Tiffy time. I'm like, oh, the WWE Women's Champion, who, by the way, Faith, is now the active longest reigning champion in WWE right now at over 200 plus some odd days.
That is wild.
Yeah. So she comes out and she's definitely the product of the 2.0 era. And she came out with the women's championship, and she even gloated that she beat Fallon Henley at one point in her life. And she was like, I was NXT Women's Champion. I'm currently WWE champion right now. So the greatest NXT champion? I don't think so. JC hit her with the super senior joke. I thought it was funny.
That was
I understand why Asuka wasn't there, because she's a heel. Because we all know that if you're going to say the greatest NXT Women's Champion of all time, if not the greatest NXT champion, period, of all time,
it's Asuka, hands down.
It was definitely Asuka, because she ran undefeated and relinquished the championship to go to the main roster. So she was never beaten.
Beat her for it. She let that thing go.
Yup. So, but Tiffany was like, I don't think mommy would like being called a loser. I was like, ooh, all right. I see what's happening here. So you got the blondes, then you got the brunette, and then you got the supposed dominant one facing off against one another. So at Homecoming, we're gonna get WWE champion Tiffany Stratton, Stephanie Vaquer, Rhea Ripley versus Fatal Influence, and I think this is gonna be the end of Fatal Influence.
Yes.
After Homecoming, because ain't no way they beating that team. That's a super team.
Well, first off, and she was right, they are super seniors. Secondly, JC sitting up there calling out calling out what's her name, Jasmine.
Yeah.
And Fallon a little too much lately. She's been blasting them much lately. So I could see them possibly leaving her in the ring and all three of them women hitting their finishers on Juiceless JC. And then take that damn title off of her, please, and thank you.
Yeah,
and give it to somebody that can make it look viable. valuable.
Listen, I mean, her next opponent is Lola Vice. You think they're gonna pull the trigger and have Lola Vice do it?
Yes. I'm really hoping so. Lola could carry that title very well. She is ready to carry that title. I really wanted it to be Jada.
Yep.
I really hoped it was going to be Jada, but Jada's time will come. The good thing about it, all these women are young. They got plenty of time to carry world titles. And I like JT's comment because it is the Powerpuff Girls. Stephanie, Rhea, and Tiffany, definitely the Powerpuff Girls. But no, if JC pins any of them in that match, God be with whoever wrote that. Because no.
This here that Lena said that she thinks that they're gonna cost her at No Mercy. That's highly possible. They could be like that one last, you know what? Screw you. I'm done with this. They leave her high and dry, and Lola hits her with that back fit. Dude, that'd be dope as hell. Lola wins the NXT Women's Championship because all that work. This shows how much WWE has stock in her because they sent her to Mexico with AAA to do work there. The promo packages they're having for her on her homecoming to Miami, going back to Miami, is like, oh, okay. They're really going to turn her to the star. So she's going to be that Latina brand that's going to carry NXT women's division. And I wouldn't mind seeing her and Jada go again with a feud for the NXT Women's Championship.
And I want to say this. I feel like I need to say it. So I want to say it. You made a point to say that she's worked hard. She's earned this and they see value in her. I don't want to hear none of this BS. And I know we're going to see it on Twitter by some dumbass. I don't want to hear she's only in this position because of who her alleged boyfriend is. I don't want to hear that. Stop saying that these women are only getting these opportunities because of who you think they're with in the industry.
Listen,
Kaiser,
no disrespect to Damien, but he ain't got that kind of stroke to have. Hey, make Lola champion.
Like, stop it! I see it all the time with who was it? With Tiffany, it was Kaiser. Kaiser ain't got no pull
at all.
Kaiser.
They saw Charlotte and Tiffany and had her beat Charlotte to be the more athletic blonde in the WWE. They saw stock in her. She has the look.
And I think people say stuff like that just to undervalue the women sometimes, but y'all stop it. You look stupid.
Exactly. Exactly. And Lola, like I said earlier in the show, she's gonna do something that Ronda Rousey couldn't do, that they didn't give Shayna Baszler the opportunity to become like the greatest crossover athlete since Brock Lesnar.
Yes, absolutely.
To be like a legit female crossover from MMA, make it as a champion in WWE.
Yep.
And for her to be an NXT champion, in her hometown,
please let it happen.
That's gonna be crazy.
I mean, look at that match she had with Shayna in the underground. I felt like Shayna was okay with letting Lola take it because I think she also sees value in Lola with the MMA background. She respects it. And I'm glad that they didn't go with the veteran in that. But Lola, that girl, her skills are very good. Her promo is very good. I remember that one promo she did. I think it was Natty and I can never say her Petrovich. What's that girl's first name?
Carmen Petrovich.
Yeah, remember? Lola looked at her and said, just because I shake my ass doesn't mean I won't whoop your ass. Like that energy. That's what I love to see from Lola. So
it's going down. But that's pretty much NXT. I'm looking forward for Homecoming next week. I'm wondering, I know ATD usually boycotts NXT because Juice's JC is champion, but are y'all gonna make an exception because it's Homecoming?
We had talked about it. Our tribal chief just cannot stomach Juiceless JC, and she refuses to watch any NXT, but she does keep up on, you know, what's coming up. And we have talked about, is this homecoming something that we have to cover? And I'm voting yes when she does ask us. And I, not because, like, just ignore, just act like JC ain't there.
Yeah.
Just ignore. But I think it's going to be too good of a show not to. Plus, with Oba and Ricky going face to face on the Grayson Waller effect, you know, it's about to be a whole bunch of shenanigans. And like I said, I think we're going to get a lot more surprises too.
Oh yeah, ain't no telling who NXT alums are gonna pull up next week to this homecoming, whether it's like backstage segments, promos, or something. It's gonna be a vibe, and I can't wait to see it. If by any chance y'all do something, keep me posted. Because I might want to get in on that, because it's homecoming, man. It's homecoming. But that's pretty much NXT, WWE, and general Raw, SmackDown. So let's get into some news, rumors, injury updates, and stuff like that. So let's talk about the other AJ, and that is one AJ Styles, as he's on his victory lap as well.
Yeah.
And the word around the street is his final time is up in February, so he's not even going to make WrestleMania this next year. So are you like me, Faye? I'm sad to see AJ go, but he has a 2-time Hall of Fame career. Absolutely. And so how do you feel knowing that pretty much AJ Styles' run is coming to an end? Because we're already in September.
Well, I think he summed it up for me during the commercial break.
Yep.
On Raw. I think he summed it up, and I think that was 100% frustrated, real statement as well. He as he said, there's people back there that don't want to see him there. AJ is one of those talents that you should always have a title, a feud, a creative direction. You should always have something for that man. That man should be on TV weekly. His talent, I'm sorry, for him to be the age he is right now, and he's still doing that baseball slide forearm to the face. I forget the name of it. He's still doing style clashes. He's still taking heart bumps. The phenomenal forearm. He is moving and breaking out moves I haven't seen him do in quite some time. And so, yeah, I'm sad to see AJ go. I think this last part of his run, they are playing games. And I believe even his son had something to say about how that was being treated. But it's kind of like when R-Truth was back, his son, R-Truth's son, also had something to say about a certain someone. And so I am sad to see AJ. However, I saw and read a report recently that they did, I guess WWE did try to approach him to see if he would do another, few years after 2026. And what his response was, he wants to see what else is out there for him.
TNA.
Yeah, TNA.
You know what I'm saying? He just might go to AEW to see, what's good over there. May make his return to New Japan. This is why on his last run, and I know she's gonna give me this face when I say it, and I've been telling her this I don't know how many times. This man has to be Dominic Mysterio.
I don't know if it's gonna happen though, Trail.
I know. Because he's relentless. He's not going to give up on the Intercontinental Championship. He's still coming after Dominic, but now he has the Grande Americano situation to go through first. But there's no way AJ Styles is going to have this run and not hold any gold.
True. But we saw on Monday, we got Penta wanting it. Penta wants it. I think Rusev wants it. And Sheamus posted about it. So if Dom, here's what I'm thinking. If Dom beats Vikingo, which he should.
I think so. Unless Finn says otherwise, which I have a different prediction on that.
Yeah, I still think he should beat him, become crown him as the true king of the luchadors, which he already is. But if he wins that title, let him drop the IC title in
That's what I'm saying.
Fatal 4-way. Give me a
That's what I'm
Fatal
saying.
4-way. Yeah.
I think he's gonna be double champ for maybe a week or so, but I'm telling you, he's gonna drop that IC title, eventually.
Yeah,
and it has to go to my man's man. It has to go to AJ, man. Like, because I read that that promo he cut in the commercial, WWE's riding with that and it's turning it into a story.
Yes.
Yep. So that's why it was on their YouTube page and all that stuff. They're turning it into a story. So now I'm intrigued on the trajectory of where AJ is going to go after that promo. Because he name dropped Gallows and Anderson. They're no longer there.
No,
he's at Meechin's on SmackDown. He ain't got nobody. So
he don't got nobody watching his back. Give him the IC title, and the people that were in that Fatal 4-way, if they do a Fatal 4-way for it, give us the match with AJ and Penta for the title. Give us the match with AJ and Rusev for the title, and give us the match with AJ and Sheamus for the title. Great match lineup there. And then there's other talent on Raw that's not being utilized that you could also have him feud with and put on a good showing for them.
Exactly.
So I see what you're going. I see where you're going with that. But yeah, I'm gonna miss AJ. We call him Unc over on the island of AT. We definitely gonna miss Unc.
So in other news, Monday Night Raw is changing their schedule a little bit because football season's back and it's in full swing. So they're actually gonna start an hour early than normal.
That messes up my whole schedule.
Yeah, mine's too. Let me take that part off here. So starting next week, they're gonna go an hour early. So it's gonna be 4 Pacific, 6 Central, 7 Eastern. And it's crazy because next Monday, if I'm not mistaken, there's 2 Monday night games going on next week. So they're testing the waters to see how it's going to go. And this may or may not be a permanent thing. But yes, it does conflict with my schedule because when I get home literally 15 minutes before the hour. So
me too.
It's going to really, really force me to get here faster, and hopefully there's no delays because I do take the train going home and it takes me like almost an hour to get home. So yeah, that's where WWE is going with that. I mean, how do you feel? I mean, do you see it being a permanent thing, or you just hopefully it's just those couple of dates?
I mean, in a way I could see it possibly being a permanent thing, and I say that because even when football season is over, having it just an hour earlier could bring in more viewership. It could, of people that haven't watched the show, maybe because it is on too late on the East Coast or whatever. I be feeling bad for Monty and Leslie when we are coming to the end of the show, and I'm like, oh, it's almost midnight for y'all out there, because you know how it is with podcast life. You got to talk a little bit after, and so I see it being a benefit that way. However, I'm like you, like I have a job, and I know my boss watches when I tell her, and I told her I was gonna be on tonight. So, boss, if you watching, I'm gonna need for the next 3 weeks to get off work at like 1:30, 2:15, so I can make it home in time. Thank you.
Hey, I get that plug in.
Plug in. You said you wanted to. So, but I think it could work. I think a lot of people are gonna grumble about it just because we are spoiled and we're used for 30 something years. Monday Night Raw has been relatively around 5 o'clock, right? I mean, does it mess up schedules? Yeah. Most people are probably still going to be at work, or like you and I, just getting home from work or heading home for work. So I don't know. We'll see. It could be permanent, but I don't think they're gonna make it permanent.
Right. Yep. And let's see. There's been a WrestleMania rumor.
I think it's official now.
Coming out of Saudi, the rumor coming out of there is that WrestleMania 2027 will be in Saudi, which we knew eventually it was going to happen.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen any official word from WWE. No tweet, no announcement. So I'm gonna wait until they say something. But they're already saying that 43 in Saudi, and the match you was talking about with Jay and the Roman, that could be in Saudi. So,
well, I got another idea about Roman and Saudi. I do. But I'm sorry. If you gonna have Roman Reigns in Saudi Arabia for a WrestleMania, that match better be it better be able to massage my feet and buy me gold jewelry. It better be able to fly me to Dubai after. If you having Roman Reigns on a goddamn WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia, you better damn well. I don't want no other match than the match we were promised. And I say promised. I better see a damn final boss walking his little man panty wearing ass on the
Not man panties.
100%. I love Jay. I love my Usos. I love me some Jay. But I miss me with the bullshit. I better see Rock walk his man panty wearing ass out to that ring to face Roman. And I don't want to see no 5-star classic. I want all the trash talk. I want pushing. Okay. Spear him like you did at WrestleMania 40, where he was looking like the little cousin that you accidentally hit, and now you trying to calm down.
So you won't tell mama?
Come on. If you gonna have Roman Reigns at a WrestleMania outside of the US, it better feed my entire family for the next 27 generations.
And keep in mind that it's gonna be in Saudi, so that means WrestleMania is gonna be in the morning.
Oh God, it's gonna be so early.
Well, on the West Coast, it's gonna be in the morning for sure.
Yeah.
East Coast is definitely gonna be like in around noon or 1 o'clock. So, which in a way it works out for me because when it's all over, I still got to wait till Sunday to do stuff. So,
but are they gonna do a 2-night?
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
I know Lena. I know he's gonna be 55, but that's what I'm saying. I don't want no wrestling match. Just put on your man panties, walk your ass on out there. Just go out there.
One time for the good time.
One time for the good time. And then retire and go on back to the movies.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how they're gonna play that out. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be two nights, of course. Saturday and Sunday. And then the Raw after Mania in Saudi, forget about it.
I saw the announcement that I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name because I don't want to be disrespectful. But the gentleman in Saudi, I saw I think it was TJ sent it to me where they made the announcement over in Saudi that it's gonna happen. And I'm with you. I'm like, I don't count the money until it's in my bank account. So we'll see.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here, but first we like to do some segments before we go. And this is one that we like to, when they say something stupid, foolish out there, and you just want to be like, is this what we're doing? So we asked them, is this what we're really doing? So, Faith, you're the guest on the show. Is there anyone you want to call out and be like, this is what we're doing?
Yeah, there is. Not a wrestler, but I do want to call this person out. I don't even know his name because I wasn't about to give my energy to figuring out who he is, but I know what he did. And so I'm gonna speak on it. The gentleman that made fun of Minnie for her reaction of AJ Lee. If y'all don't know who I'm talking about, Minnie Minerva, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had to address that on another post.
Well, even it's not just her. There are many other podcasters coming to her defense, one of which whom I love to follow, and I think him and his partner is so dang funny. But Ross from
Oh, in the clutch. Yeah.
he did a whole video on it, and I appreciate him for doing that because enough is enough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. If that was a man reacting that way, I feel like you wouldn't have said shit. You wouldn't have said nothing. You might have made fun of him for crying or whatever, or fangirling, but you wouldn't have went in like you did on her. And we've
Yeah.
seen this time and time again where women will react or they will dress a certain way, or even the superstar women. Rhea had to address some stuff not too long ago. Like men, and I'm not talking to men. I'm talking to you little, I'm gonna say it. I'm talking to you little baby back bitches. Okay. I need y'all to understand what I'm saying. Stop running your mouth on the women in IWC. We got brains. We watch the product. We are intelligent. We can talk the talk. And if you got something to say, I want all the smoke.
Yeah. And
All the smoke.
Minnie's also an advocate for mental health, and she explained that she relates to AJ Lee so much.
Yep.
And I actually had the honor and pleasure of meeting Mimi Portable back in the summer. Me, John, and Nessa had the pleasure of meeting her when we went to this pizza place to watch SmackDown. She was there with her and her dude, and she's dope as hell.
Dope.
And she like gave me like some advice as far as podcast. She like just be yourself. People gonna love you for no matter what. Who
Yeah.
cares what people think? And she said it like she doesn't care what people thinks of her because she's accepted. She's always been the outsider, the weirdo, and what have you. And I call her the crash out queen because I love how she always, crashes out, and she crashes out on people too that cross her the wrong way. So I'm glad I got the chance to meet her before she moved because I think she tweeted out that she was moving to Ohio or something like that. So I'm glad I actually had a chance of meeting her. Hopefully one day still be able to collab with her one day. But yeah, that woman,
she knows her stuff.
for her age, she's wise beyond her years, and she's very, very talented.
Just like what's her name? Wheezy Blonde.
Yeah, they criticize her a lot too.
They criticize her a lot. And actually, there is another female podcaster who, well, I'm not gonna say, well, yeah, she did start a podcast and they ran her off. She hasn't been back. And that is who we refer to as Auntie. The black lady with the dreads that was doing the skits before every Monday Night Raw and every SmackDown. I can't think of her real name or the name she went by, but they gave her so much trash, came at her. She stopped, and her content was amazing. Whenever she was on, you wanted to watch her reactions as she watched the show, from her southern twang to how she made sure she didn't see spoilers. She was just authentically funny and knowledgeable.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, please put some respect on the women in the IWC. We know what we talking about. We don't just fangirl and goon. We know our stuff.
There's a
Respect.
difference.
That's
There's a
all.
difference. And we always got the backs of all our female content creators, whereas the main event mamas, ATD, Angel, Vanessa, Jojo, all the female content creators that we have in our crew and everyone else around, we always gonna have their backs because they're, like you said, they're just as knowledgeable as the guys, they're just as funny as the guys, they're just as talented as the men. So it's like for you to sit there and bully these women for reacting how they want to react, you have better things to do with your time.
How about you go find a woman?
Yeah. Shit, that's what I'm doing. But even then, I don't make fun of people for expressing themselves. But that's neither here nor there. Um, yeah. So I don't think I had anyone in particular I was gonna call out because I called out Riddle last week. So we're gonna move on to what we also like to do here is pretty much give our Ula follow to someone and how we like to acknowledge people for doing good. And we like to, have a segment called We Acknowledge. And we touched on it earlier. So I'm going to acknowledge AJ Lee again because her first night to cut a promo, she automatically went straight to advocating for mental health.
Absolutely.
And she talked about, seeing a therapist. She pretty much opened her soul and said like she wasn't healthy. And she had to go, get herself right, talk to a therapist, and to have people chant therapy. It was a little bit funny, but at the same time, it was dope because she had something that's so important trending. And it's like people to this day, whether it was 10 years ago or now, they still struggle with mental health. So to see a woman advocate for that, she's already gaining newer fans of this generation.
Yep.
So that's my acknowledgement. Welcome back, AJ Lee, and we acknowledge you, Miss April Mendez Brooks, for still continuing to be the warrior that you are and being, still transcending. It's like you never left.
Yep.
Faith, is there anyone or people you want to give an acknowledgement to?
Absolutely. At first, because I knew these segments are coming. At first, I was gonna give it to my boys for being back, but I'm gonna change my mind. I am going to keep with the theme of the what this is what we doing. I am going to acknowledge female content creators of the IWC. It is extremely hard for us. And I feel like we have to fight and push and press a little harder. Not saying it's not hard for the men of that are content creators in the IWC, but we, the women, I feel like we have to fight for our respect on almost a daily basis. Because no matter what, whenever you post something, it's gonna be some dumbass in your comments saying something, trying to call you out on something. So shout out to people like Minnie, Wheezy, Auntie, Lena, Nessa, JoJo's Penitentiary. Shout out to JoJo. Shout out to Mimi. Shout out to the main event mama. Shout out to some other dope Lyric. I love Lyric. Lyric be on her stuff. Tania. All these other women in the IWC, whether you have a podcast, whether you're just making edits, whether you're just posting your opinions, keep going. Don't let nobody, no dumbass, stop you or try to come at you. And if they do, send them my way. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem telling them about themselves. They need to go outside, touch grass, touch themselves. Maybe that's what you need. Really. How about that? But that's who I'm acknowledging. So I acknowledge the women, every woman, not just NCCN, but all around. I acknowledge you for the work you're putting in and the insight you're sharing. So
yeah, and again, all the people that make fun of these people, y'all need to stop acting like some.
Come on.
Like for real, We over here, we encourage the female IWC podcasters. I mean, we always welcome in. We always looking for new people to join our shows, and this is why you see a lot of Nessa. This is why you see a lot of JoJo, because we know what brings eyes to the shows, and it's the women who loves professional wrestling. They know what they're talking about. They go through the history. Lena, she always dropping the Lena bombs in the comments. The woman knows what she's talking about. So it's like we love how it's the trajectory. You want to keep that going and not bring them down. So
absolutely. Look at her dropping bombs already.
Oh yeah, I don't have a deep voice like Cash, so I can't do it. But she was saying that people on social media, are cruel. They don't realize the damage. Some people actually do realize the damage. That's why they do it.
They do. Yep.
Because the internet is a cruel place.
Yeah.
Like I remember Jimmy said when he was on What's Your Story with Stephanie, he shut down social media for 2 years.
Yep, 2 years he was off of Instagram.
And it's like I can't do it because now that I'm a content creator, it's kind of hard shutting down social media. So what I do is sometimes I'll shut down my personal IG and I keep the brand up because I still got to look for stuff to do a show about. So I'm still on Twitter or something like that. But yeah, there's times I'll disappear for a week, out of group chats, not in no group chats. I don't talk to nobody. So sometimes you have to do that to refresh your mind and get your mentals in order and stuff like that. Because it's crazy out here, man. The world is not safe, not cool. Especially the stuff that happened today.
Oh yeah. And can I say something really quick? Yeah. I know we are closing out, but I want to send a major shout out to whether you're in sports entertainment or, as Monty calls it, you play sports ball. I want to send a shout out to the athletes that have been openly praying for fans, openly worshiping with fans, openly professing their faith. Shout out to y'all, because I know y'all got to really be facing some backlash that maybe we don't see, but you're standing on your belief of what got you and keeps you where you are, and you're using your platform to encourage others. So, and the reason I thought of that is because you brought up Jimmy. Jimmy, if you notice some of his shirts that he's wearing backstage, it's God over fear or God over everything. There was one, I forget, it said praise something, but even on his Instagram post yesterday, sharing the picture of him and his brother, he's like, God is good. Montez Ford does it. I just
every day
do it. So shout out to them for standing on their faith.
And that's coming from Wrestle Faith herself. So we gonna get up out of here. Faith, again, it's a pleasure and honor for having you pull up. So we thank you. Shout to the sick admin that's in the background helping the show go on as per usual while doing other stuff while getting healthy. So shout to Vanessa. Wish her some well wishes as well. And yeah, man, we'll be back on Friday for a dual episode. John will be doing this Sports for You, covering everything that's NFL, and also the third of the Fab Four will be having the probably the greatest event that's going to happen this weekend, and that is Worlds Collide in Las Vegas. Are we going to see Dominic Mysterio become champ? Because we're going to see... Oh, dear Lord. I'm telling you, Kev. I'm telling you. But me, JoJo, Nessa will be live on Friday to cover Worlds Collide. And, of course, our resident Oos, our mother Oos, Wrestle Faith, will be in the building for the Chaos as part of the Chaos Collective. So it's gonna be a rowdy. It's gonna be a rowdy Friday as well, and then also Saturday. Tune in as the Fab Four will be back again because we're gonna be having the Canelo Crawford fights. That's going down Saturday, so stay tuned for that because the chaos that happened with the Serrano and Taylor fight, you can only imagine the chaos that we caused on that day. You can only imagine what's gonna go down. Team Canelo, Team Crawford. I'm still waiting on the bet that John and Nessa are gonna do because it's split right now. One's for Team Canelo, the other one's also obviously for Crawford. So it's gonna go down. But yeah, it's gonna be a busy week for the CCN, busy week for us. So shout out to everyone in the CCN doing big things, not letting the hate get to us. We're still shining, we're still rolling. We're gonna continue to get paid, trying to get paid. So
come on now.
We still gonna look out for one another. So shout out to everybody, and we will see y'all on Friday. Y'all have a good week, rest of your week and wrestling. Stay safe because it's getting crazy out there. So much love to everyone, and we are gone.